How's it, and a very warm welcome. So today we're going to tackle a massive idea, one that could genuinely change how you look at your bank account and, well, your whole life. We're talking about why money is just a tool, not the main prize, and how getting that right can unlock a truly joyful and purposeful life.
Just look at this. You've got a hammer, a wrench, a screwdriver. These are all tools, right? You use them to build something amazing. I mean, you'd never shine up a hammer, stick it in a fancy frame, and hang it on your living room wall like it's a masterpiece. So why on earth do we do that with money? It's a fantastic tool for sure, but it's not the final product. The masterpiece is the life you actually build with it.
And yeah, this is exactly where so many of us get a bit, well, stuck. We absolutely need money, no doubt about it. You got to pay the bills, get clothes for the kids, and hey, a lekker meal out now and then doesn't hurt, does it? But the problem starts when we get obsessed with just stacking up more and more of it. We start confusing the tool with the real goal, which should be about living a life that's actually full of meaning and purpose.
And that little confusion leads us straight into our first section, a trap that is so easy to fall into. We're calling it chasing the wind.
I just love this quote because it's so sharp, it's brilliant. It makes you stop and ask, what does winning this race even look like? Sure, you might end up with the biggest house on the block and the shiniest car. But if you're completely burnt out and feeling empty, have you really won anything? The rat race doesn't have winners, my friends. It only has very tired rats.
You know, there's actually a proper psychological name for this whole thing. It's called the hedonic treadmill. I remember a while back, I was convinced, absolutely convinced, that if I just got an iPad, my life would be complete. So I saved up and I got it. And for a couple of weeks, it was amazing. But then I started looking at new cars online. See, it's this never-ending cycle where the goalposts for what makes you happy just keep on moving further away.
And this just hammers the point home, doesn't it? If having piles of cash automatically made you happy, then lottery winners would be the happiest people on the planet. But you look at the studies, and that's just not the case. Why? It's simple. More money just leads to more desire. It's almost like it's hardwired into us. The whole money game is basically a hamster wheel, and it will just keep spinning and spinning.
Okay, so that's the problem, and it's a big one. But what's the way out? Well, let's look at how one powerful shift in your thinking can take you from feeling like you're missing out to a feeling of real, genuine freedom.
Have you ever felt that little pang of pain when you move money into your savings account? Like you're punishing yourself or that you're missing out on some fun right now? That right there is the old mindset. But the new mindset, the one that changes everything, flips it completely on its head. Saving is not about deprivation. It's about reprioritization. It's not some painful loss. It's you making a joyful choice to literally buy your own freedom down the road.
Think of it like this, right? We all know that exercise is good for us. But man, some days, a Big Mac just sounds so much easier than rolling out the yoga mat. But making that smarter choice, the one that your future self will thank you for, that's not a punishment. It's an act of taking care of yourself. And saving and investing, it's the exact same thing. It's just you today looking out for the you of tomorrow. So how do we actually put this new mindset to work? Well, this next section is all about the grand prize. It's about buying back the one thing you can never make more of, your time.
And here's the really good news. This stuff doesn't have to be complicated. Here's a simple but incredibly powerful plan. Step 1, start by investing just 2,000 Rand a month. Step 2, put it into a simple, low-cost thing like an ETF or an index fund. Step 3, and this is the most important part, be consistent. Do it for 20 years. And then step 4, sit back and let the magic of compound interest do all the heavy lifting for you. And what does that magic actually look like in the end? Well, after those 20 years, and let's assume a pretty standard 7% return each year, you'd be looking at this, over 1 million Rand, from just 2,000 Rand a month. That, right there, is the incredible power of just starting and sticking with it.
But let's be honest, 1 million Rand is still just a number on a screen. What does it really buy you? It buys you this. It buys you a beach chair, an incredible view, and the absolute freedom to decide what your Tuesday morning is going to look like. It buys you that peace of mind, sitting at a beautiful spot like Brenton Beach in Kneisna without a single worry about your boss calling. That is the real payoff.
Okay, but a quick word of warning. Earning more money won't help you one bit if you fall into this classic trap. It's called lifestyle inflation. So let's say you get a raise and start earning 50 grand a month, but suddenly your expenses creep up to 60 grand. You're actually going backwards. You see, you can't have massive lifestyle costs and time freedom. At some point, you have to choose one. All right,
Let's wrap this all up with one final, powerful idea. It's a way to look at the money you're earning right now, not as something you just spend, but as something you can plant for the future.
Think about it. Every single payslip you get holds the seeds for your future freedom. Your job then is to make sure you plant some of those seeds by investing, not just eat all of them today. And if you do that consistently, month after month, I promise you, the fruit you get to enjoy down the line, that time, that freedom, it'll be sweeter than the absolute best grapes you can find in the Western Cape.
And what does that freedom actually look like here at home? Well, it looks like having the time to tour our beautiful country, just like the Vutsboer. It's being able to enjoy some proper Springbok Boerewors on the braai on a Tuesday afternoon. It's being able to take a shot left whenever you feel like it, just because local is lekker. It's all about living your best life, long before you even think about turning 65.
Now, for a bit of a reality check. A really sobering thought. According to the latest reports, only 6% of South Africans can actually afford to retire comfortably. 6%. That's it. So this isn't about trying to beat some system. It's about being smart and intentional so that you can be one of the people who defies those odds.
So, the key takeaway from all of this is actually really simple. Don't wait. Don't tell yourself you'll start next month or next year after you get a bonus. If this idea of freedom gets you even a little bit excited, automate your investments today. Set up the debit order. Make the choice. Your tomorrow literally starts with the decisions you make right now.
So, I'll just leave you with this one last thought. We all know that feeling, right? That perfect, warm, sweet malva pudding that your auntie makes that just makes everything feel right with the world. Well, your freedom, the freedom that you've bought and paid for with smart, consistent choices is even sweeter than that. So the only real question left is, when are you going to take your first bite?